What's up guys, welcome to Play Infinite's hardware tour video of the Samsung Galaxy S3. In this video I'm basically going to tour you around the actual device that I just got today actually, and I'm also going to go over some specs that you might want to know. So first off, I'm going to just say that this video is recorded in 1080p, so go ahead and click that HD button on YouTube, and also it is being recorded on my HTC One X. Hopefully you'll see that the video quality is fairly good on the HTC One X, and that's why I'm actually recording with this instead of my other camera. So this is really good quality, and that's why I'm recording. So you can kind of see a rainbow type of thing coming on this Samsung Galaxy S3 Super AMOLED screen. So let's actually right off with that. Let's start off with some specs. So this does have a 4.8-inch Super AMOLED display. It is a pentile display. However, you don't really notice it too much because, of course, with its 720p resolution, that'll definitely cover you on the pentile display. So far, even while using it, even though this is not a software, and I'm just going to kind of show you, it's very difficult to make out the pixels. And right now it's just blurry, so that's why it's doing that. But it's just very difficult to make out the pixels on the Samsung Galaxy S3. So let's just slide it open. Maybe I could just show you maybe this dot. I could kind of show you the screen. I'm not really going into software in this video. I'm just talking about the screen, so you can definitely see it's. Sorry, it's just I don't know why I'm kind of getting troubles when it focuses in. Anyways, but you can just trust me on that. It is a gorgeous screen. I could say that for sure. Oh wait, there we go. There we go. Nice and focused. You can see it's very hard to see the pentile display. You could slightly see, I don't know, I think I just slightly saw some pixels, but again, it's very hard unless you like bring a camera up all the way up to here, and definitely I doubt you'll be able to see it with your naked eye when you're just kind of just turning your smartphone on and looking at it. Anyways, I'm not going to go too much into software for this video, so I just want to say that. Samsung released, this is a quad-core European model, I just want to point that out, which means it does have the Exynos 4 quad-core processor, which is an amazing processor. It's clocked at 1.4 gigahertz, so it's back here in under this battery cover. So let me actually go to a tour first, so that maybe I could cover some stuff that way. So at the front here, let's go over some stuff that we have. So like I said, I already mentioned the camera. The screen, 4.8-inch Super AMOLED display. There's a Samsung logo. Let me just wait for this to zoom in. Actually, so there, I just got an email. So first off, there's the LED. So you just saw that blue light that kind of. There we go again. So that blue light is an LED indicator. You can set it for what you want it to indicate. There's some stuff in the settings for that, but again, I'll save that for my software video. And you also have, to the right of that, you have the the speaker grill, kind of like for talking. So you have that speaker grill. It's built into the phone, so it's not really sticking up. Let me try getting a close good view on that. So there we go. So it's built right into the phone, and there we go. That's the best view. So hopefully you saw that it's kind of flushed in with the glass of the Galaxy S3. Obviously I have the marble white version. I'm sure you kind of know that without me even saying. Anyways, below that we have the Samsung logo, which I'm just trying to focus in again. It really sucks for focusing. I don't know why it's doing this. Bear with me. There we go. So we have a Samsung logo. To the right of that, we have a couple of sensors, like ambient sensors for the most part, but I'm not going to go too much into that. But yeah, it's mostly just ambient sensor for light sensing, changing brightness and stuff like that. To the right of that, we do have a 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera, so you'll be getting fairly good front video chat quality, or even when you want to take a photo of yourself. And there, like I said, is that LED light that's just constantly blinking. So let's move on a bit down to the bottom where we have two capacitors. So this is a capacitive button, this is a capacitive button, and here is an actual physical home button. Again, focusing issue, whatever. There we go. So like I said, two capacitive button, and there's a home button in the middle. So I'm going to put this down like that, so maybe that's a better view. So this button does click, and as you can see, so there's a two capacitive button lighting up now. So it does vibrate upon touch, depending on what you are. So if I swipe that to unlock, it does vibrate sometimes. So right now it's vibrating. You know what, I'm going to turn the sound volume up to, just so that you guys can notice natural sound effects, what Samsung calls it. So as I click this, So you can hear that sound, and back has the same. Home button doesn't have that sound. So the home button is kind of flush in with the designs. It does kind of come out a bit, so it's not entirely flushed into the design. It comes a bit out, and I'm sure you can see that even there. That should show it to you. Okay, so now let's kind of finish the tour off. So it's going pretty long. So let me turn off the device. The power. Let's start off with this side actually. So turn that off, and there we go. So on this side of the phone, all we have is it's pretty clear here until we get to this power lock screen button. So this is if you wanted to turn it off, or if you want to just power it on like I just did there for standby. If you wanted to turn off, you would just hold it and you would get these menu options, which I'm not really going to go over details. So let's just power that off. So now as we move in, let's move to the top of the device. So there we have our 3.5mm headphone jack. We have a secondary microphone right there, and we have the battery door opener. I'm sure you can see that LED indicator is just going off on me right now. Let me move this bolt here. So there we go. So, and then here we have the volume rockers. It's pretty nice, clickable. Again, I'm going to save some my impressions on that for either my first impression video or my review video. As we move down, we have nothing. It's pretty clear, and you might be able to see that, but it's kind of like a brushed aluminum type of style. Hopefully you can make that out on the camera. I'm talking about that bezel, that silver bezel. I'm trying to focus in here. Give me a second. So there we go. You can see that it's a bit like a brushed metal type of style on it. I'm sure you can see a bit of that at least. So, and as we move on to the back, we do have a micro USB MHL port along with your primary microphone port. So what else can I say? I have the back facing. So let's go on to the back. We have an 8-megapixel rear facing camera. To the left of that we have the autofocus flash, which does seem very strong. Even when you look at it, it seems like a really strong LED light. But even when I tested it out, it did seem very strong. Again, I'm going to go over all the details on this in my camera testing video. To the right of the camera, to the right of the 8-megapixel camera, we do have the speaker grill, I guess. Very small, but it does send off loud volumes. This is also capable of recording 1080p HD video content. The Samsung logo is kind of subscribed into that directly, so there's no way for you to actually remove that. I'm sure you can see it's kind of, it even kind of pops out a bit. I'm trying to get the best view, but you might not be able to see that. What else could I mention? So we have all these features such as Smart Stay, all that, but that's mostly software related. Let me go over actually the dimensions of this. So first of all, let's talk about RAM, because that's very important. So it has 1 GB of RAM, of course, with the quad-core Exynos processor. You won't really be looking for speed. The speed on this device is amazing, as you might be able to see. It's just like outstanding, I would even say. So the speed, you won't really have to worry too much about the speed, especially with that 1 GB of RAM. The US and North American models are getting the Snapdragon S4 dual-core 1.5 GHz processor. However, you guys will have 2 GB of RAM. What else? So we have the battery over at the back. Let me open it up actually for the purposes of this video. So I know this video might go on for a bit long, but oh whoops, why am I going to the bottom? Okay, there we go. So we just pop that open. Here's the battery cover. It is very flexible. It seems like it's going to break. Oh, by the way, this has a Samsung HyperGlaze finish on it. For the most part, I'm going to go over most of this again in my review of this phone. But I just want to quickly make this video out before I do it, because obviously reviews take time. I need some time to test out the phone. I like to give my honest personal opinion, my true opinion, so that's why I'm going to test out this phone for quite some time and then get that review out for you guys. It's not going to be a long time, maybe a week, maybe. Anyways, we have the micro SD port right there, which is compatible, and the micro SIM port right there. It's for your SIM card. Besides that, it's white in the back as well, and here we do have that amazing 2,100 milliamp hour battery. So you'll be getting fairly good battery life, but you have to remember that it also powers a Super AMOLED display along with the Exynos 4 quad-core processor, which definitely is going to take us some battery life. It does have near-field communication, as you can see right there under the Samsung logo. Batteries made in Korea, if you want to know. So now let's pop the battery cover back on. So to put it on, I just start at the top and then kind of like make my way down, and it just kind of clips in. So you have to go around the edges, so that's where it clips in. And there we have it. So that's the inside of the phone. So now for the dimension. So it goes by actually 136.6 sorry, 136.6, I don't know where my hand went, by 70.6, and it is only 8.5 millimeters thin, so you're getting a very, very thin phone, and it's one of the thinnest flagship smartphones, or one of the best, thinnest smartphones. And of course, I know there's a bit more thin smartphones, there's a couple more actually, such as, I believe it was like in Japan or something, the Fujitsu or something like that. A couple of other phone manufacturers are making thinner phones, so that it's not the thinnest, but it is one of the thinnest. So what else could I say? Hardware button I already mentioned, vibrating, touch, everything. Maybe I could go over the colors. So I have the marble white version. Again, it's like a glass type of color, a glass type of layer. Whereas if you want the pebble blue version, it would be a bit. It's kind of like a stainless steel type of thing. It's not really stainless steel. It's like plastic, I guess. It has glass, obviously, but it's kind of like the lines going across the device. I didn't like those lines. That's the only reason I picked up the white one. I like this smooth design. Even at the back, it's very smooth. On the blue one, it'll be like the lines going across. It kind of like stimulates that what is it, the stainless steel design, but it isn't, and I don't like that. So I didn't go for that. What else? So it has Android 4.0.4 built into it with TouchWiz. But again, I'm not going to go too much into that. It's available in 32 gigabyte, 64 gigabyte. Depends on your market and availability, like whatever market you're in. I don't know what else to say. I kind of touched on everything. It weighs 133 grams. If you want a number, if you want like a kind of approximate, it's actually fairly light. If to compare it to the 1X, it is. I believe it was lighter than my 1X. Yeah, it is much lighter. It is lighter than the 1X, even when I hold it up. The battery definitely makes it a bit more heavier, but that's kind of expected. I guess besides that, thank you for watching this video. I guess this has been my detailed, in-depth look at the Samsung Galaxy S3 hardware. I went over the tour, I went over the specs, I went over pretty much everything that you would want to even know about this device. So hopefully you saw this video, hopefully you liked it. Give this video a quick thumbs up showing that you liked it, and leave your comments or question down below in the comment section. I really appreciate it, and I guess I'll see you in my next Samsung Galaxy S3 video. So go check out my unboxing of the Galaxy S3, check out my first boot up of the Galaxy S3, and you're watching my in-depth hardware review of the Galaxy S3, hardware overview of the Galaxy S3. I'm going to make a software overview, I'm going to do camera tests, benchmarks, all this good stuff on Play Infinite, so you can definitely count on it here. Subscribe to us. We're going to definitely focus a lot on the Samsung Galaxy S3 for the next couple of weeks. You have my word on that. So I guess I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Later.